Elon Musk is known for surprising the world, whether it's sending rockets into space, building electric cars, or talking about colonizing Mars. But now, something unexpected has caught his attention: the Philippines. Why would one of the world's richest men, a visionary who can invest anywhere on Earth, suddenly set his eyes on this Southeast Asian nation? What did he just discover that could change everything, not just for him, but for millions of Filipinos? To answer that, let's take a step back. The Philippines has always attracted the attention of global powers and investors, sometimes as a prize to be conquered, sometimes as a market to be developed, and often as a gateway to the wider Asian region. During the Spanish colonial era, Manila earned the title Pearl of the Orient. It wasn't just a romantic nickname, it was the beating heart of the galleon trade. For more than 250 years, ships sailed from Manila to Acapulco, Mexico, carrying Asian silks, spices, and porcelain to Europe, while silver and gold flowed back into Asia. In many ways, the Philippines was the original crossroads of globalization, centuries before the word even existed. Then came the Americans in 1898, and with them, a new wave of foreign capital. Roads, bridges, and ports were built to connect islands and speed up trade. By the 1930s, Manila was being compared to Hong Kong and Shanghai, a vibrant hub where American tanks, shipping companies, and manufacturers were setting up shop. After independence in 1946, the Philippines was often seen as the most promising economy in Asia. In fact, in the 1950s, Manila was more developed than Seoul, and Philippine Airlines was the first and largest airline in Asia. Foreign companies, particularly American, were heavily present in industries like mining, oil refining, and consumer goods. But here's the twist. Just as the country was rising, it stumbled. Corruption, political instability, and crumbling infrastructure became the dark cloud hanging over investment. Marcos' years brought in billions in foreign loans, but much of it was siphoned off through crony capitalism. International firms worried about the rule of law, while others pulled out during the turbulent years of dictatorship and the 1986 People Power Revolution. Still, the Philippines has never been written off completely. In the 1980s and 90s, Japanese car companies like Toyota and Mitsubishi set up factories. American tech giants like Intel and Texas Instruments opened semiconductor plants in places like Cavite and Baguio, making the country a key player in global electronics manufacturing. Later, the business process outsourcing boom in the 2000s made Manila and Cebu global capitals for call centers, drawing in investments from Accenture, IBM, and JP Morgan. So, what's the pattern here? Despite every setback, political crisis, coup attempts, typhoons, or financial crashes, the Philippines keeps bouncing back. Investors leave, but they always return. Why? Because the fundamentals are too hard to ignore. A young and tech-savvy population, one of the largest English-speaking workforces in the world, and a strategic location in Asia, right in the middle of major trade routes. And that brings us to today. With new players like South Korean conglomerates building malls and energy plants, Chinese investors pouring money in infrastructure, and even Silicon Valley tech firms setting up innovation hubs, the Philippines is once again on the radar. So, is it really surprising that Elon Musk is finally paying attention? Maybe the bigger question is, why did it take so long for one of the world's boldest entrepreneurs to notice what others have seen for centuries? Musk's link to the Philippines came quietly. In 2021, SpaceX's satellite internet company, Starlink, was granted approval to operate in the country. Why was this important? Because the Philippines is made up of more than 7,000 islands. Providing internet to every corner of the archipelago has always been a massive challenge. For decades, millions of Filipinos in rural provinces had to rely on slow and reliable connections. But with Starlink, even remote fishermen in Palawan or farmers in Mindanao could finally connect to the world. This was more than just business, it was revolutionary. Imagine the economic opportunities that open up when an entire nation suddenly has access to fast, stable internet. Don't you think this could change education, trade, and even healthcare in the Philippines? And that was just the beginning. So, why are so many businessmen, from Elon Musk to Japanese car companies, looking at the Philippines with fresh eyes? Why does this country, often underestimated, keep pulling investors back in? The answer lies in a mix of geography, people, and untapped potential. The Philippines sits right in the middle of Asia, a true crossroads of East and West. Think about it. It's only a few hours from Tokyo, Hong Kong, Singapore, Shanghai. Major shipping routes crisscrosses its waters, making it a natural hub for global trade. Back in the 1500s, Spanish galleons already knew the secret. Manila was the perfect link between Asia and the Americas. Today, businessmen see the same thing. For companies like FedEx and DHL, the Philippines has become a crucial logistics point, allowing them to connect shipments faster across the Pacific. For Musk, who dreams of global satellite networks and electric vehicle supply chains, that location is a gold mine. But geography alone does not build industries. It's the people who power the growth. Over half of the Philippine population is under 25. Imagine an entire nation where the average worker is young, ambitious, and comfortable with technology. On top of that, they speak English fluently, the global language of business. This is exactly why the BPO industry exploded here. American companies realized that Filipinos could handle customer service, tech support, even medical transcription with ease. Today, the Philippines is not just a call center nation, it's home to IT parks in Manila, Cebu, and Davao. And the story does not end there. A young population also means a booming domestic market. With over 110 million consumers, the Philippines is one of the largest markets in Southeast Asia. When Toyota introduced its cars in the country, sales skyrocketed, eventually making the Philippines one of its strongest markets in the region. Isn't that exactly where Elon Musk's business, Tesla, Starlink, Solar City, fit in perfectly? But perhaps the most underrated factor is the Filipino spirit. This is a country that faces about 20 typhoons every single year, not to mention volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. And yet, the people rebuild, adapt, and keep moving forward. After Typhoon Haiyan in 2013, one of the strongest storms in recorded history, entire communities were destroyed. But within weeks, businesses reopened, students returned to school, and international companies praised the resilience of their Filipino employees. For investors, this matters. That doesn't give up, even in the face of disaster, is the best partner for building something lasting. So when businessmen look at the Philippines, they don't just see numbers on a balance sheet. They see a country sitting at the heart of Asia, a nation of young minds ready to work. But here's the real question. If the Philippines has all these advantages, what's stopping it from becoming Asia's next economic powerhouse? So what did Elon Musk discover that could change everything? It is the realization that the Philippines is not just another country. It's a hidden powerhouse waiting to rise. Think about it. A nation of islands perfect for testing renewable energy projects like solar grids and battery storage. Millions of young people eager to work on new technologies. A government opening its doors wider to foreign investment than ever before. And a population hungry for innovation, from electric vehicles to clean energy. Musk sees what few others dare to see. The Philippines is not just catching up, it could actually lead in certain fields, especially in clean energy and space age internet. If Musk doubles down on the Philippines, imagine Tesla setting up factories or SpaceX launching more satellites from the archipelago. It could transform the nation's role in Asia. The Philippines could shift from being an outsourcing hub to becoming a center of innovation. From Manila to Cebu, from Davao to Iloilo, new industries could rise. And here's the question we should all ask. What happens when the Pearl of the Orient finally shines again, not just as a trade hub of the past, but as a technological leader of the future? Elon Musk's discovery is not really about what the Philippines today. It's about what it could become tomorrow. A country of endless possibilities, a nation that has been underestimated for far too long. The Philippines has always had the heart, the people, and the potential. Now it may finally have the attention of the world's boldest visionary. And if history has taught us anything, it's that when vision meets opportunity, revolutions happen. So let me leave you with this. Could it be that the next big leap for Elon Musk won't be Mars, but right here in the Philippines?